Hello and welcome to Express News. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. In the next half an hour, we'll get you all the latest news and updates. We'll start with the top story. India is observing Veer Bal Diwas today, marking the martyrdom of Sri Guru Gobind Singh's son Sahibzadas Baba Zorawar Singh Ji and Baba Fateh Singh Ji. Remembering the immortal sacrifices of Veer Sahibzade, Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended a cultural program at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. PM Modi also interacted with the children who had given the cultural performances on the occasion of Veer Bal Diwas. Prime Minister also appreciated the efforts of the children to bring out such an organized and impressive performances. PM Modi also launched the Poshit Gram Panchayat scheme aimed at improving the nutritional outcomes and well-being by strengthening implementation of nutrition-related services and by ensuring active community participation. PM Modi said that over 10,000 Atal tinkering labs have been set up to make our children innovative. PM also stated that the Mera Yuva Bharat campaign is aimed at giving practical knowledge to the youth. December 26 marks the 20th anniversary of the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, with poignant tributes pouring in from various quarters of the state. Tamil Nadu bore the brunt of maximum destruction among all coastal states. India's President Draupadi Murmu conferred the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar on children for exceptional achievements in 7 categories in New Delhi on Thursday. 17 children hailing from 14 states and UTs have been selected for the award. Government confers the award to children for achievements in various sectors. Addressing the awardees of the Bal Puraskar, President Draupadi Murmu emphasized that the children play an important role in shaping the future of the nation. Preparations for the Maha Kumbh Mela, the world's largest and most revered spiritual gathering, are in full swing in Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj. Beside rivers, a makeshift city is being built to host millions of pilgrims and visitors from across the globe. It is estimated that around 400 million pilgrims will be visiting the Kumbh Mela. The sacred pilgrimage is celebrated 4 times over a course of 12 years at the site where the holy Ganges, Yamuna and the Saraswati rivers meet. The nation remembers Shaheed Udham Singh on his 125th birth anniversary today. Born in 1899, on this day, the revolutionary avenged the Jallianwala Bagh massacre by assassinating Michael O'Dwyer. Minister of State for Ayush Pratap Rao Jadhav unveiled a film series titled Ayush for All Holistic Healthcare through National Ayush Mission in Delhi. The minister said that National Ayush Mission empowered communities with accessible and cost-effective healthcare based on traditional practice. The 18th edition of Exercise Surya Kiran, a joint military exercise between India and Nepal, is scheduled to be held at Saljhandi, Nepal from 29 December 2024 to 13th January 2025. The aim of the exercise is to enhance interoperability in jungle warfare, counter-terrorism operations and humanitarian assistance and disaster relief under UN Charter. Rehearsals for the Grand Republic Day Parade are in full swing in Delhi. Army personnel braved the torrential cold weather to perfect their performances for the upcoming event. Jammu and Kashmir's Kulgam hosted the 2-day Vaisho Literary Festival, celebrating the region's rich literary and cultural heritage. Notable writers and poets share their insights and experiences, inspiring budding talents in the audience. Renowned writer Gyanpith and Padma Bhushan awardee M.T. Vasudevan Nair passed away at the age of 91. He was regarded as one of the most successful writers of novels and screenplays in Malayalam. A fitness festival was organized in Udhampur, Jammu and Kashmir, aiming to spread awareness about the importance of a healthy lifestyle while advocating for anti-drug and anti-pollution initiatives. India's electrification efforts under Saubhagya and Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana schemes have received global recognition. The International Energy Agency praised these initiatives in its latest reports. India's Employees Provident Fund organization has registered a net addition of 13,41,000 members during October this year. India's Ministry of Commerce and Industry and TransView Solutions India Private Limited signed an MOU to drive innovation in India's manufacturing and startup ecosystem. At close, Nifty climbed to 22.55 points to settle at 23,750.20. Sensex jumped 0.39 points to settle at 78,472.48. Indian rupee fell 9 paise to close at all-time low of 85.13 against the US dollar. Gold futures maturing on February 5 were priced at rupees 76,610 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for March 5 maturity stood at rupees 89,535 per kg on the MCX. In Syria, 14 members of the police were killed and 10 others injured in an ambush by forces loyal to the ousted government in the Tartus countryside. The clashes took place after security forces sought to arrest an officer under deposed leader Bashar al-Assad, who was linked to a notorious prison. Syrian new Interior Minister has vowed to crack down on anyone who dares to undermine Syria's security or endanger the lives of its citizens. Israeli military vehicles made incursions on Wednesday into the area of separation between the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights and Syria. Israel and Hamas are trading blame over their failure to conclude a ceasefire agreement despite progress reported by both sides in past days. Hamas said that Israel had laid down further conditions, while Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu accused the group of going back on understandings already reached. A prison riot in Mozambique's capital Maputo left 33 people dead and 15 injured as civil unrest linked to October's disputed election continues. The country's Police General Commander Bernardino Rafal blames protests outside the prison for encouraging the riots inside the prison. Rafal said about 1,534 people escaped from the prison in this incident, but 150 have now been recaptured. The Taliban's Ministry of Foreign Affairs summoned Pakistan's Shah-e Faiz in Kabul on Wednesday to protest Tuesday's airstrikes in Paktika province, which they say violated Afghanistan's airspace and targeted Waziristani refugees. South Korea's opposition party plans to impeach acting President Han Duck-soo, escalating a constitutional crisis linked to martial law. South Korea's Constitutional Court will hold its first hearing on Friday after Parliament impeached him over his short-lived martial law decree on December 3rd. Taiwan prosecutors on Thursday indicted an ex-mayor of Taipei and former presidential candidate Ko Wen-je on charges of corruption and misusing political donations. Japan Airlines hit by a cyber attack on Thursday that may affect both domestic and international flights. The attack has affected the company's internal and external aviation systems. 7 people injured in New York City on Wednesday when a taxi jumped a sidewalk and hit pedestrians outside Macy's department store after the cab driver suffered a medical episode. A court in Cambodia sentenced the head of an opposition party to 2 years in jail on Thursday for inciting social disorder in the latest criminal case against government opponents. The court in Phnom Penh found Nation Power Party President Sun Shanti guilty of charge which has been used repeatedly against critical voices in Cambodia. French authorities said they rescued 107 migrants trying to cross the channel from France to England on Wednesday. Over the course of Christmas Day, 12 rescue operations were staged along the coast of northern France, including of a boat experiencing engine trouble. Draft law on private sector promotion presented to China's top legislature has undergone group deliberations with lawmakers to boost the confidence of the private sector. Alright, we are slipping into a very short break. On the other side, more stories. Keep watching Express News.
December 26, 2004, a devastating earthquake off the coast of Indonesia triggered a tsunami that swept across the Indian Ocean. India was one of the worst affected countries. Today, after 20 years, we reflect on the tragedy and explore how the nation has since fortified itself against such calamities.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Some more stories. Hundreds of Indian Ocean tsunami survivors and family members of the victims commemorated its 20th anniversary on Thursday in various parts of Indonesia, which accounted for more than half of the total 230,000 dead from the disaster. Thailand marks 20 years since the deadly tsunami. And Hawaii's Kilauea volcano spews lava again. Australian urged people of rural communities to leave home immediately on Thursday to escape an out-of-control bushfire tearing through a national park. About 600 firefighters were battling the blaze in the Australia's Grampians National Park. The blaze has persisted for more than a week in hot and windy conditions. In recent days, plummeting temperatures have given rise to intricate patterns of frost resembling beautiful flowers on the frozen expanse of the Boston Lake in northwest China. Unusual snowfall has blocked roads to a remote village in Zenevo, Bosnia. The heavy snow disrupted transport and isolated residents in the region. Authorities are working to clear paths and restore connectivity. In India, the Met Department has predicted cold wave conditions across several parts of north and central India with dense fog. Cold wave conditions are expected to continue in parts of Indian states of Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. Residents are advised to take necessary precautions as the fog will likely reduce visibility and affect travel in these regions. The intense cold wave conditions continue in India's Jammu and Kashmir, with Srinagar recording -6.6 degrees Celsius on Thursday morning. The bald eagle, a symbol of the power and strength of the United States for more than 240 years, earned an overdue honor as it officially became the country's national bird. The bald eagle is also protected under the National Emblem Act of 1940, which makes it illegal to sell or hunt the creature. The birds were once on the brink of extinction, but the population has greatly increased since 2009. A group of skiers had to be rescued by emergency services on Wednesday after a chairlift broke down in France's La Devole. Hundreds of students in Serbia protested, blaming the government for a train station collapse that killed 15 people last month. They alleged that poor construction and corruption caused the disaster. Thailand plans to introduce a tax on salty snacks based on levels of salt content in 2025 to curb sodium consumption and improve public health. With Thais consuming double the recommended sodium amount, the government aims to combat health issues and changing dietary habits. A businessman in Kandahar province of Afghanistan has invested $300,000 to establish a zoo aimed at preventing the extinction of rare birds and animals. The zoo currently houses 50 endangered species whose populations are critically declining. After successful breeding, the animals and birds will be sold for prices ranging from 10 to 4 million Afghanis. South Korea's unification rice, introduced through the UN World Food Programme 2 years ago, has helped to deliver 4-5-fold harvest over local rice in villages in Africa's Guinea. Domestic rice in Guinea harvests about 1 ton per hectare, but with the Korean breed, 4 to 5 tons of rice. Alright, so Nepal hosts maiden international hot air balloon festival. So, world's largest indoor ski resort in Beijing. Alright, we are slipping into another short break. On the other side, more stories. Keep watching Express News.
December 26, 2004, a devastating earthquake off the coast of Indonesia triggered a tsunami that swept across the Indian Ocean. India was one of the worst affected countries. Today, after 20 years, we reflect on the tragedy and explore how the nation has since fortified itself against such calamities.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked, we just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Geopolitics and trade deals, economic challenges amid development, hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News. Some more stories. Japanese atomic bomb survivors group Nihon Hidankyo had its first news conference upon returning home from Nobel Award ceremony. The group expressed their aspiration to expand their activity to younger generations to ban nuclear bombs. China's Shanghai has made a major breakthrough in its leading humanoid robot industry, with the city's first mass production facility for humanoid robots now in commercial operation. Around 300 wild monkeys at an open-air zoo in western Japan are snuggling up to keep warm in this winter cold. Visitors are fascinated by the sight of monkeys warming themselves up. Now, China's Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region has recently documented the vivid scenes of wild Manchurian wapiti, a protected species bellowing and battling for territory and mates. A restored Trevi fountain was unveiled after more than 2 months of cleaning and restoration, part of Rome's preparation for the 2025 Roman Catholic Holy Year. NASA reports that the 7 astronauts aboard the station will share a meal to mark Christmas, as well as have the chance to talk to their family on Earth. Britain's Princess of Wales Kate Middleton hosted the 4th Royal Carols together at Christmas at Westminster Abbey in the British capital London earlier in the month. Adam Sandler is back on the golf course in the first teaser for Netflix Happy Gilmore 2, nearly 29 years after the release of the original movie. The movie is set to premiere on Netflix in 2025. The highly anticipated second season of Squid Game has officially arrived on Netflix, helmed by Hwang Dong-hyuk. Lee Jung-jae as player 456 returns on the mission to dismantle the sinister organization behind the deadly contest. The first trailer of filmmaker Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is out, starring Tom Holland and Anne Hathaway in lead. The film sees Nolan adapting Greek poet Homer's epic poem into a cinematic masterpiece. The Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni legal battle continues to escalate as now Lively's former publicist Stephanie Jones has filed a separate lawsuit against Baldoni for wrongful termination. Richard Perry, one of the most successful record producers of Hollywood in the 1970s and 80s, died in LA at 82. His greatest hits include Without You and You Are So Vain. Tumbar fame Soham Shah has acquired the rights of cult classic horrors of Ramsey brothers named Veerana, Purani Haveli and Purana Mandir. The title teaser is out for the Karthik Subbarat's Retro starring Soraya and Pooja Hegde. The title teaser shows the actor in the role of a menacing gangster yet a loving husband. Now the audience can experience the Allu Arjun's blockbuster sequel Pushpa 2, The Rule, in a whole new dimension as it gets the immersive 3D release. The much anticipated comedy film Houseful 5 has completed its shooting schedule and is set to hit the theatres next year in June. Sanjay Dutt and Dino Moria marks their debut in the franchise. After a highly publicized fallout in 2021, Kartik Aaryan and Karan Johar have reconciled and are collaborating on a new romantic comedy film titled Tu Meri Main Tera Tu Meri. Indian batter Virat Kohli has been fined 20% of his match fee and awarded 1 demerit point after a shoulder barge incident with Sam Constas. South Africa won the toss and elected to field against Pakistan in the first test at Centurion. Corbin Bosch debuts for South Africa. The Indian contingent has concluded their campaign at the Asian Youth and Junior Weightlifting Championships in Doha with a rich haul of 33 medals. As Premier League is back in action, Everton is all set to lock horns with Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium on Thursday. Manager Pep Guardiola said Manchester City are at risk of missing out on next season's Champions League due to their recent dip in form. Portuguese club Sporting have appointed Rui Borges as head coach following the sacking of João Pereira. Indian men's hockey team captain Harmanpreet Singh has expressed his excitement as Hockey India League season is set to commence on December 28. Indian athlete Hima Das has been suspended by the National Anti-Doping Agency for 16 months for a whereabouts failure. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka says she is fresh and ready to go in a bid for a third straight Australian Open title. Kazakhstan faced Spain in the opening tie of the United Cup in Perth on Friday. Kazakhstan Elina Rybakina is a favourite against Jessica Buzas Manero. Alright, that's all we have in this edition of Express News. You stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.